2, 1, go.
What is going on, journalist family? So if you're new here, today I am showing you how do you know you're ready for weighted calisthenics. So number one, if you're following this series, we know that this is for beginners. So I wouldn't expect you to come in here and just grab the heaviest thing you can find and start doing weighted calisthenics. When people hear weighted calisthenics, they tend to think that you have to be pulling heavy. And I'm going to show you something real quick. You shouldn't look like how he looks on the shirt, you know? Yes, they say how it feels. Well, this is us, by the way. Check out the merch. Anyway, so yeah, but for real, when you're starting weighted calisthenics, you should be pretty comfortable with your own body weight before you get into that stuff. So generally speaking, when I say comfortable, you should be able to perform at least a minimum of 10 controlled pull-ups. 10. Over the bar, nice and controlled, everything nice and controlled. Now, when we get weighted, look, any little amount of resistance makes a difference. So, what do we have here? This is 5 pounds. Literally, if you're accustomed to doing 10 pull-ups, let's say your rep maximum is 10, at least 10, you're gonna slap this on. After a couple weeks, you've been doing 10 pull-ups for 4 weeks, you're ready to graduate a little bit, you're like, look, I feel strong. This is weighted calisthenics right here. This is now weighted calisthenics. You're gonna come and perform the same amount of repetitions. So weighted calisthenics. Now, look, progression. You wanna get stronger, you wanna get bigger. Power, more power, progression. This is a form of progression. Resistance, you're adding more resistance by adding 5 pounds. If you weigh 200 pounds, 205, 5 additional pounds makes a big difference. Take it from me, I weigh 200 pounds. We're doing the same thing. We're not changing anything. It's controlled. 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 After a couple weeks, now you're comfortable with doing that 5 pounds. We're gonna progress. Well, we have 5 pounds. I'm just gonna throw. You're like, now, man, I've been doing this. I feel strong. I'm getting jacked. I'm getting powerful. I'm getting strong. We add on the same thing. You're gonna wanna do the same amount of repetitions. Same amount, nice and controlled. Control. 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 Everything is gonna be controlled. So, how do you know you're ready to start weighted calisthenics? Number one, you're comfortable with your body weight. You've been working out for some time. When I mean for some time, at least, like, let's say you've never worked out before, it should take some months before you build up to that. But if you're somewhat in shape, you know, you're in shape, you just started doing calisthenics, you now want to progress a little bit more, start light. 5 pounds is good to start with. You do the same amount of repetitions, same amount of sets, and if you're following the program that I gave to you, you would be able to see that in the video as well, how we progress. So that is how you would get started with weighted calisthenics. And once again, there's progression for everything. So I'm going to show you real quick here. If you're not even capable of doing, you would have seen this, of course, in other videos. If you're not capable of doing a pull-up, a good progression, I'm gonna drop this. A good progression, like I said, inverted rows. So if you have a weight vest or a band or something, you have the band, you're still performing the same thing.
You wanna put the weight vest on?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you them, bro. Well, I'm gonna assume not a ton of people have weight vests, so I'm gonna show you with the band. If you do need a weight vest, let me know. We're gonna try and source that for you, right?
Yep.
All right. This is not the most sturdy thing, but as you see, if you have a fixed structure or some additional weight behind you, it's probably not safe. So we're not trying to have a blooper on video, but essentially the same thing. I'm just not holding this because I don't want it to slide off, but you're doing the same thing. Are we gonna do it? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Do it that way.
See? You have the band, make it more challenging, raise the band.
Yeah, Or you could push
the weight further.
way further.
Yep. And I feel it, trust me. So that's another form of weighted calisthenics as well. It's a band, but it's still weight. It's resistance. So that is how you get started with weighted calisthenics. Remember, progression, you don't want to get injured. The number one thing is progressively moving through the ranks. So not just slapping on as much weight as possible, is progressively moving on. So if you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below. How far are you in your calisthenics journey? Let me know that as well. I'll see you all in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe.